Spoon RX78 here with a deck profile this time. This deck was legal with the following sets on the screen. Team Rocket 3 Legendary Collection. It was an okay deck back then, no means by like tier 1 like for Alligator or Mad Cargo, Inte, and stuff like that. Well, I'll just take a brief look at what the deck's strategy is and tell you about each card in the deck. The deck is pretty straightforward. You use Dark Alakazam's Teleport Blast to switch your Pokemon to the bench and you promote a baby Pokemon, or you use Donphan's Rapid Spin to, switch to the bench and sit behind a baby Pokemon. Now with Dark Vileplume's ability, Pokemon Power, Hay Fever, you have no players can play any trainer cards, so it's kind of like a lock deck. So you just keep switching Dark Alakazam and Donphan back to the bench to hide behind a baby Pokemon and have your items locked, your trainer cards locked, sorry. We can look at each individual card individually, just so you get a better idea of more detail of what the deck's supposed to do. First up we have Abra, Dark Kadabra, and Dark Alakazam. I guess this would be your main attacker, Dark Alakazam would be. Abra is not very good. It has, for one, Psychic, Vanish, shuffle Abra into your deck, discard all cards attached to Abra. It's not good. Dark Kadabra is pretty good. It has the Pokemon ability, I don't know if you guys can read it. Matter Exchange. Once during your turn before your attack, you may discard a card from your hand, in like a trainer card, because ideally you can't play any trainers, so discard that and you get to draw a card. It's pretty good, but the main one you want to focus on is Dark Alakazam. It has Teleport Blast for 2 Psychic, 1 Colorless, does 30 damage. You just switched Alakazam with one of your bench Pokemon. Pretty self-explanatory, and it's pretty much the main attacker of the deck. Your second attacker is Donphan. Here's Phanpy and Donphan. Phanpy is pretty much useless. You just want to evolve into Donphan. Donphan for 3 fighting has Rapid Spin. Now this is a little bit more interesting than Teleport Blast. Let me read it. If your opponent has any benched Pokemon, he or she chooses one of them and switches it with his reactive Pokemon. Then, if you have any benched Pokemon, you switch one of them with your active Pokemon. So it's kind of like Teleport Blast, but both players switch. Donphan is a really nice attacker, secondary attacker in this deck because it hits for different weaknesses, and it has some pretty bulky HP and whatnot. Alright, now to the baby Pokemon. After using Rapid Spin and Teleport Blast, ideally you want to switch to a baby Pokemon. Because of the baby Pokemon rule, which reads, if this baby Pokemon is your active Pokemon and your opponent tries to attack, your opponent has to flip a coin. If heads, they get to attack it. If tails, it does nothing. Their turn ends. So we have 3 different baby Pokemon in the deck. Tyrogue is pretty much just there to kill other baby Pokemon on a coin flip, and it hits for fighting weak Pokemon, so it's not bad at all. Elekid can sit on your bench and does 20 damage to the active Pokemon, and you apply weakness and resistance. Your turn ends though. Cleffa is probably the main one and the one you want to focus on. It's very good for early setup and just pretty much setting up your board. It has Eek for a colorless energy. You just shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 7 cards. Pretty big baby Pokemon. Next up we have Oddish, Dark Gloom, and Dark Vileplume. Oddish is actually kind of good. Has Sleep Powder and Poison Powder. Defending Pokemon is now asleep for Sleep Powder, and Poison Powder, defending Pokemon is now poison. It's pretty self-explanatory. Dark Gloom is actually not bad either. It has Pollen Stench. Pokemon Power, once during your turn before you attack, you may flip a coin. If heads, the defending Pokemon is now confused. If tails, your active Pokemon is now confused. I guess it's kind of like Munna today. It's not bad when you want to stall. Probably the heart and soul of this deck is Dark Vileplume because of its Pokemon Power Hay Fever. No trainer cards can be played. It's really good. It's complete lockdown. Shuts down a lot of decks. Like Feraligatr, it just relies on just trainers just to get water in a discard and whatnot. Just, the main focus of the deck. You actually want to get this out last because you need your trainer cards to, set up and get going and whatnot. A nice little tech card for the deck is Dratini and Dark Dragonair. It's pretty much just for Dark Dragonair. It has the Pokemon Power Evolutionary Light. Once during a turn, before you attack, you may search your deck for an evolution card. It's really good because, you're shutting down trainer cards and you kind of need to get more Pokemon to play and evolve. So Dark Dragonair uses it by, its Pokemon power. So you can set up ideally a lot faster. Here's some couple of trainers. Rocket's Hideout is a stadium card. It gives all your dark Pokemon 20 HP, which is very nice. So your Dark Vileplume has 80 HP, and your Dark Alakazam has 90 HP, I think? 80 HP, sorry. Bill is just an explosive trainer card. You just draw 2 cards. Pretty self-explanatory. Professor Elm, you shuffle your hand into your deck, draw 7 cards. You can't play any more trainer cards, but it's a really good card just to help you set up a lot faster. Next up we have Switch. You just switch your Pokemon, very simple. And Nightly Garbatron, which is kind of like Super Rod right now. You just shuffle 3 basic or evolution cards or energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. Very good. Next up is Pokemon Breeder, The Boss's Way, and Pokemon Trainer. Breeder is pretty much you just lay your stage 2 Pokemon like Dark Alakazam on top of Abra. You're just skipping to stage 1. That's pretty much all it does. The Boss's Way, it searches your deck for an evolution card with Dark in its name. So you search out your Dark Kadabra, Dark Alakazam, Dark Dragonair, etc. Pokemon Trader is you put a basic or evolution card into your hand, and you search your deck for whatever you want, pretty much. So you're pretty much trading a Pokemon. I have 4 Rainbow, which is it counts for every color energy, but you put 1 damage counter on your Pokemon. 5 Psychic, 2 Grass, and 4 Fighting. Just power up the Pokemon. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the whole strategy of the deck. Pretty self-explanatory and very fun to play against with other decks from the format. Yeah, so this is my Vileplume deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. I might do some more next time. Leave a comment if you'd like me to cover any other decks. So this is SpoonRx78. I'll see you guys next time.